So the first thing you need to consider is if the water level is well above the normal level in the bowl, and maybe you have some other stuff floating around in there, probably not as friendly as this little guy. So in this scenario, I'm going to flush the toilet and immediately take off that tank. I just take this refill tube and I just take that off and I direct that into the tank. So I'll let the float down. Now, both the valve on the lower end is filling the tank and also this tube is filling the tank and not putting additional water into the bowl of the toilet, which would be your problem. So it's no problem to fill this tank up and just let the float naturally come up to turn off the water. Now you should be using a plunger to get that unclogged, but if you don't have a plunger, what you can use is some simple dish soap. Let that sit and then flush it with hot water, which can unclog that without the need of a plunger. So I'm going to dump in a generous portion of this dish soap. And then over time, it will settle as the water slowly drains out of the bowl, even with the clog in there. Most clogs will let some water slowly drain through. And the nice thing is that soap's going to settle in and it will slowly also drain in and around that clog, hopefully helping to loosen things up or at least increase the likelihood of that clog slipping through the trap in the toilet. So next up, once that water level has lowered, so we only have a little bit of cold water in there, I am going to pour in that 1.5 gallons or even 2 gallons of hot water to help loosen things up, and hopefully that will flush the clog through. So let's try it out. I do try to dump it in fairly quickly to move around that cold water at the bottom, hopefully getting the hot water to go right on that clog. Sometimes this works on the first try, or you might have to do multiple tries, but this time it actually worked and our clog did work its way out. So if you didn't have a plunger, hopefully that dish soap hack can help get that clog undone, and you can do multiple cycles to see if it works, or just run down to the home improvement store, grab yourself a plunger, and the dish soap actually should make the plunging job a little easier.